Please welcome Costa to the stage.
It's a bit scary. I got a show bag, which is nice. That's fantastic. Thanks, Dana. I liked what Marco said, food is our cause, and I'd just add to what he was saying, that convenience is killing us. When it came to thinking about this, 5 minutes, people were like, how are you going to talk for 5 minutes? So keep me honest. No, I just wanted to tell you a story about where food began for me and why food is so important for me. And I just want to read a quote from Uncle Max Harrison, which is about grandmother, because that's where it comes back to. Grandmother Moon, she comes up and shines down her light on us. She pulls the tide of the sea. She has that much strength, she can pull water up into the sky and hold it until it's time to water her garden. Mother Earth, dropping it down through Father Sky. My grandmother, when it came to my journey in food, was instrumental, and as time goes on, the more I think about it, the more I realise how powerful her legacy has been. She taught me about unconditional love, and that unconditional love came with conditions. That food was a priority. She didn't say that. I'm couching that in those terms. She didn't say it, she lived it. And the way she lived it was how she cooked, how she gathered her food, how she grew her food, and the love that she shared it with. And I remember going down to her house, and she lived just down our street, and it was always a nighttime run in case the baddies might get you. And you'd go down there, I'd go down there for dinner, and she would cook the most amazing roast chicken with potatoes. And she wouldn't set the table. If this was the seat, she'd actually set a little side table, because they were big in those times, you know, like the little side table. If you came, they'd bring a table and give you a little drink or a little sweet. So she'd set this side table. Sorry, is that my beard rubbing on the thing? Oh, it is too. Sorry, I can hear that. She'd set the side table, and there would be the plate with roast chicken and potatoes, and she'd sit there and watch. She'd sit there and watch and maybe chat a little bit, but that was the ultimate exchange and sharing, that she was so proud to be able to grow your food. And the story I want to share is when she died, I used to park my car in her house. So each morning when I'd go down, she'd hear the garage door go up and come out and say hello. And when she died, I remember going down there each night and parking my car, and yeah, I was really upset because, you know, she meant a lot in my life. And I took off overseas on my world trip, and I was in Bratislava in Czechoslovakia at the time, and that was still pretty much the end of the Eastern Bloc. And my friend who was travelling with me, when he got on the train in Vienna, he threw his backpack up and threw his back out. And so he was laying in the hotel every day, flat on his back, and I just went out and explored this town. And I was wandering through the streets one day, and I got the smell of my grandmother's roast chicken. And that was the impact that it had, and telling you the story brings it back. Because it wasn't like, oh, that's my grandmother's roast chicken. This was an entire memory right back to my childhood. And I just was like, where is this? Where is it? And I walked into this building, and it was actually a building, it was an office canteen. Like, I wasn't supposed to go in there, but I just straight in. And there was all these people queued up, and in the East, then they didn't have the servery where you could look at the person, because that would imply an engagement. So you only got the plate like this, and you couldn't see the person, so the wall came down to there. And I got this chicken, and I sat there, and I was literally crying over the top of this chicken. And I think I probably ate about 2.5 chickens. Because I just kept going back, and someone would hand another piece, and I'd sit down and I'd eat it, and it was just the most incredibly connective moment with food that I'll remember, because I was with her at the time. So, what do I want to say? Make food with love. like my grandmother. Make food and make memories, because memories are made in food. Give food your attention, because food is our obligation and duty to ourselves and to our community and to our family. It's not an entitlement and a right. And I just wrote these few things down when I was in the car on the way here. That's it. Yeah, here it is. Find food deserving of entry into your body. Read labels as though your life depends on it, because it does. Prepare and share food as though you're building a new world order, because you are. Make every action around your food matter, like you're a role model to a generation, because you are. Every time you open your mouth, your food decisions count. You count.